Welcome back to Millennial Fashionista TV. Today I'm going to be testing out the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation, and I'm going to be playing around with it. So if you want to see how it looks on me and what I think about it, please keep watching. So today we're going to play with the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. I haven't even tried it yet. I promised you guys that I would try it on with you. I haven't worn it. I took it out of the box to look at it, to admire it, to just be one with it. But I haven't opened it or anything, so this is what it looks like. Very pretty little container. Looks very similar to the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Here they are side by side. We're just going to work with them, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to start off by priming my face. So I'm going to go in with the Farsali Unicorn Essence. And we're just gonna have some fun. We're gonna test out this foundation because I love the Shape Tape, so I'm really excited to try the foundation. So I already exfoliated and cleansed my face prior to starting, and I moisturized and used some eye cream. So now I'm just going in with some primer, which is this Farsali one, and then I'm also going to use a little bit of the YSL Touche Éclat primer, and that's the gold one. I mean the one with the gold sparkles. It looks like this. Okay, now that I'm done priming, I'm going to go on with the foundation. So I've opened the bottle, and I purchased mine in the shade Fair Neutral. I tried Fair and Fair Neutral, and then I think I opted for the Fair Neutral one in store. So I did purchase this from Ulta. They finally got them in store. So it has a little wand, very similar to the concealer. It's going to be interesting applying the foundation with the wand, but we're just gonna go for it. So I'm just gonna start off light and then dab some more if I need to. So it says Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation, and I purchased the matte one. They have two foundations that they released, the matte one and then the hydrating one. I'm a combination to oily skin, so I definitely don't need extra hydration more than my moisturizer. So that's why I went for the matte one, and I really like having a matte foundation just because I do tend to get a little bit oily in the T-zone throughout the day. So, moving on, I'm going to use my beauty blender to kind of smooth this all out, and we're going to see if we need any more or if that amount is good enough. So when I test out foundations to match them to my face, I test it out on my neck because I want it to be the same color as my neck. Just because with my face, I'm covering my entire face with the foundation, and then I'm also using blush and bronzer and contouring and all of that. So it's going to be easier to make the foundation blend in on your face rather than on your neck. And you never want that line between the foundation and your bare skin. So right now I'm seeing that this is more of a medium coverage foundation, but I'm pretty sure I can build it up to some full coverage. We're about to find out. The powdery finish of it kind of reminds me of the Fenty Beauty foundation that I love. So that's also medium to full coverage. So I know I look like whiteout, but we're going to use bronzer and stuff. Like, oh my gosh, I look like a ghost. I am so pale. Goodness. Okay, it's very interesting applying this with this wand. It definitely has a very powdery finish. Like I said, it reminds me of the Fenty Beauty foundation, but it is buildable and it dries pretty quickly, kind of like the Fenty Beauty one. So you want to keep moving when you're working with this foundation because once it's on, it's on. Well, now for some Shape Tape concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. So the foundation was Fair Neutral, and then the concealer is in the shade Fair. Wow, and it blends really seamlessly with the concealer. This concealer is amazing with other foundations, but it's even better with the Shape Tape foundation. And of course, that would only make sense, right? I mean, they're created to be paired. Okay, so now I'm setting my face with the Too Faced Peach Perfect loose setting powder. I'm just letting this bake under my eyes for a little bit. And I'm gonna move on to contouring. And for contour, I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm using my Sephora Pro contour brush number 79. And I'm going in with this shade right here. So we're just gonna add some dimension to this ghostly pale face that we have going on here, because Lord, it needs help. It needs some sun. That's what it really needs. Okay, now that I'm done contouring, I'm just gonna brush off the excess powder that I had baking. I'm gonna go in with blush, and I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Party with 3 A's, and I'm just applying this to the apples of my cheeks. And for highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit. I'm gonna go in with the Eclipse and Lyra highlights. And to pick up some more highlight, I'm just gonna spray my brush with setting spray. And this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. Okay, and before I apply highlighter to my nose, I'm just gonna contour it really quickly. Okay, and now to highlight my nose, I'm going in with those same highlights. And I'm just gonna apply it in an exclamation point onto my nose. And to kind of blend everything together, I'm just running my damp beauty blender over my entire face. I actually want more of a highlight today on my cheeks, so I'm gonna go back in some more highlight. Aw, my ear is crooked. For eyes, I'm using the NARS Wanted palette. It's my favorite right now. And I'm just gonna go in the lightest shade all over my lid. And I'm using the Morphe M441 brush. And really, this is a blending brush, but we're just going to use it. I don't care what I'm using. I just want to get a nice base. And now I'm gonna go in with this color in my crease. And I'm using the Sephora Pro Blending brush number 27. I switched back to the Morphe brush just because it's a little bit bigger, so I'm able to really get in there a little bit better and blend it all in. What are we doing next? I think I'm gonna go into the crease with this shade now, and also put it in the outer V as well. Kind of a brick red shade. And I'm gonna go in very lightly because I haven't used this shade yet. So I'm going in with a very light hand. Pretty! Calls for some almond chai. It's funny, when I go to Starbucks, I usually get their lightly sweetened soy chai, but at home, I do the almond chai. I don't know why, meaning the chai with almond milk rather than soy milk. But I change it up, so that's good. Okay, moving on to this next eye. Also going in with that brick red shade. Super light hand. I'm working it in my crease and up from my outer V into my crease. Now in the center of my eye, I'm going to go in with this pinky shade down here. This is more of a satin finish rather than a matte finish shadow. The first two were mattes. This is satin, and I think I'm gonna end with a shimmer. I do need a different brush. 1 second. So I'm just going in with a tightly packed brush to really pack on. I'm gonna use my Morphe blending brush to blend it, so it's a seamless transition into each other. Okay, and now in my inner V, I'm gonna go in with this taupe / beige shade right here. I'm going to use my pinky finger for this. I have such crooked fingers, oh my gosh. Don't worry, I'm gonna go in with my blending brush to blend it all together. Okay, now my Morphe blending brush. I have just a tad bit of fallout. Nothing too crazy. And now, because I like that nice sharp edge, I'm gonna go in with one of my beauty blenders to cut the outer V. So I'm using translucent powder, and it really lifts the eye and looks so good. I'm gonna leave that in for just a little bit, and actually I'm gonna put some under my eye in order to prevent my mascara from destroying what I already did, because it's a newer mascara, so it's still pretty fresh and kind of runny a little bit. I mean, it's not like runny, but it's not as dry as an older mascara would be. So I just don't want to ruin what I've done. For mascara, I'm using the new Bad Gal Bang by Benefit, and I wanted to compare this to my Roller Lash mascara. And I like it, but I think I like my Roller Lash even more so because I just love the wand of that one. It kind of lifts the lash. I think it's just still pretty new. I like when my mascara is like a week old, just because I have more control over it and it's not as runny. It doesn't get everywhere. I know that's weird and you probably never hear anyone say that, but I do have a reason for it. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe this off now. That's why I should have done my highlight after, because now I need to go back and do my highlight. But it's okay, because I want to put some highlight on the inner corner of my eye anyway. And I'm using Luna from the Aurora Glow Kit on the inner corner. Okay. Now I'm going back with Eclipse and Lyra. And a little Luna maybe, yeah, why not? Okay, so I'm going to do my eyelashes and brows off camera, and I'm gonna go from this to this. Okay, so now all I have left is lipstick, and then we're done. So for lipstick, I'm using the Kat Von D Lovecraft, and this is what it looks like. It smells like creme brulee. It's so good. So first impressions on this foundation, because that's what this video is really about. I really like it. It's very mattifying. At first it was very much like medium, even light coverage, but it is buildable. So I went in a second time and I was able to build that up. It is very matte and it works very well with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So I'm really happy with how it looks like right now. I don't know how it will stand the test of time, but I will let you guys know on Instagram if I liked how it held up all day. It's not too humid here right now, it's not too hot, so I don't know how this will be in the summertime, but it is mattifying, so I think it will be just fine. I really like how it looks. It kind of turned into a powder finish, very much like the Fenty Beauty foundation. One thing I did notice though about it is that you don't want to keep it on without starting to work it into the skin, because then it kind of just gets sucked into that one area and it's very hard to really blend it in. So if you put it on your face, you want to kind of work quickly to blend it in. But other than that, I really like it so far. I give it a thumbs up and I'm really excited to keep on using it. So this is the final look. If you guys want to see more videos like this, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And right next to the subscribe button, you will see the little bell. And if you click that, you will get notifications when I post on YouTube. Until next time, kisses, besos, pupici.